in Week 6, the Jaguars lost a thriller in the first matchup against the Titans. Can Tennessee finish the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one, 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
These 2 teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Shedding through the defense. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On third down, Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. The 40. The 20. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets away from 1. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 10-7 our score after run right here on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now here's a carry heading left. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have the Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On third down, Harrison. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. Powers through. And again the footwork. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McCann now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. What a break here. Turnover late in this first half, and now they're set up in field goal range already.
With a chance to get more. So what you're telling your unit as they go out onto the field is very simply this. We've got 3 in our hip pocket. Don't jeopardize that. Let's attack and go for the big one here. Let's go get 6 and give ourselves a chance to really feel good going into the half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. There will be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Reagor, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
One play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Lawrence to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence going to throw again. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
Let's go, baby.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. A gain of 16 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Again, it's Lawrence. Steps away to his left.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On play action, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough one, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Doug Costin
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
2nd and 15. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll look to throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
McCann's kick is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On 3rd down, Lawrence. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense set to go again. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Tucker McCann for the Titans field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
McCann's kick on goal. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Lawrence on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boy.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Back to throw here. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McCann's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Robinson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Able to get this to Patrick. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry up. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And the Titans getting set to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.